goes! They score! The Bulldogs strike first!
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Cold weather here today in Adrian, Michigan. We find ourselves in the second game of a weekend series. It's the SUNY Canton Roos and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Herman, joined alongside by Tyler Ackerman. Happy to have you all join us here today. Game number 2 of this weekend series. Puck is dropped, and we are underway from the AIA. This is sure to be an interesting one. For those of you unfamiliar with the results from yesterday, SUNY Canton, unranked coming into this game, taking down the number 2 ranked Adrian College Bulldogs in the preseason poll. It was a 1-0 score after overtime. So no scoring in regulation. Took us to extra frames, and one lone tally separated us for a loss for the home team.
It was crazy in that game. Hearn's Adrian Bulldogs outshot the Roos 42-10. And was not able to find the back of the net.
Not every day you see such a large shot margin with so few goals, and the team with the bigger total wind up losing the game, but a 2-on-1 in overtime. A shot on goal got past Annie Gilbert. And really the story of the game, Abby Seaman, the transfer from UMass Boston, with the shutout to stun the Dogs. But nonetheless, we're here. Tia LaSalle will hold on to this puck on the wall. Jocelyn Hudanish distributes to Pietrucha. Pietrucha with a backhand shovel pass that will skim around left to right, met on the boards by Jordan Carocchio. This is in front, loose scramble. Sitting on top of it is Seaman. And she'll get the stop. 18:41 left to go here in the first.
There's another kind of example of what we saw in yesterday's game, just pucks right in front of the net. As Bulldogs not able to finish as that one was loose for a little bit, and Seaman finds it and lays on top of it.
Tied up on the dot. LaSalle will chase after it. Barnes, the first player to it, rips it up the boards for Kyla Small. Long pass trying to find her teammate in Schumanauer. No connection. Pinball pass off the shin pad. They'll play it down low. This is Pietrucha who goes up with it. Feeds a pass and sticks to Anderson. Anderson looking up. Takes a shot on net. It was stopped by Seaman. Now down low, looking for the front. Another pad save. Great stop once more by Abby Seaman. 3 shots already in the first 2 minutes of the game. Up to the test, as we'll take another whistle for icing, as this will be sent all the way down.
Love to see the Bulldogs be a little bit harder on their sticks in front of the net. Those pucks are loose there, and with not scoring a goal yesterday, you have to find a dirty one, really. That's what it's going to take. You're not going to have a cute goal. It's going to be a greasy one in front of the net just to get something past the stellar goaltender.
And I'm sure there was likely a lot of frustration after the game. You drop one to a team that you feel like you should beat. These two squads never playing each other until yesterday.
especially with the expectations you have coming into the season, too. To drop the first game is a little bit of a wake-up call and definitely some frustration.
Obviously one of the biggest changes for this Lady Dogs squad at the coaching department. Head coach Sean Skelly making a transition to Division I hockey. Allie Hubenschmidt's shot, it was blocked by Cameron Barnes. Chad Davis, the new head coach of Adrian, returning to the Bulldog bench after spending a couple of years away. Here's a long pass looking for Lorai. She was way up ice, but the wrong angle. And this is called down, I believe, for offsides. Maybe Lorai a couple of steps ahead of the blue line before she caught on to the pass.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be interesting where they're going to put this draw here as that pass came from the defensive zone. Going to decide in the neutral zone area.
Eilina Dopaida steps in with Bailey Cody. Dopaida winning it up. Sends a back pass off for Giavoloni. Locked up along the wall, Dopaida. Taken away as Hansen, Asha Hansen, not to be confused with Annika Hansen of the Bulldogs. Here's a long shot, redirected aside by Gilbert. Took a weird deflection off the stick blade and popped up into her glove.
Exactly right. For the Roos, I'd love to see him get a little bit more shots on net. We kind of talked about it a little bit ago. Only 10 shots on net, so a 3-on-2 chance that they just had, I love that they just get a shot on net and try to test the goaltender.
This will play down for Simon, working her way to the front, trying to connect with Wolschlager, but it was off the target. Dead angle shot, sliding through the 5-hole, it almost went. Wolschlager with a sneaky shot from a weird angle. Simon turns and spins it in front, now played to the slot, it bobbles around, and picking up is Anzel. I think if there's one positive yesterday, even though you lost 1-0, is you can clearly see on the score sheet that the Bulldogs dominated the game. So have to be proud to some extent that you played well, and there's going to be a penalty drawn here. Annie Gilbert will race to the bench as Anderson's shot skyrocketed into the netting.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's just going to take some time. And obviously you couldn't find a goal, but just keep composure, and you have a great chance here on the power play. They went 0 for 3 yesterday, but you just have to be able to find a goal eventually, and it'll just be a matter of time.
So a tripping call. We'll put 2 minutes on the board as Maya Roy lets one go, bounces right in front of the blue paint. As this will settle down, here's some speed. Working up the wing, that's Pass Waters, puts it on, stopped by Gilbert. Spinning off, Catherine Trubin fires one up the gut to Johnson. Now for LaSalle, over to Johnson, right corner point. Trubin to Roy, tees it up, it's blocked. As stepping in the lane was Paslalova. Now in the slot, Hudanish circles it just a little bit too far off the post. 45 seconds gone in the power play. Johnson looking for LaSalle. Roy in the slot, they put it off. I believe getting a piece of it on the toe was Seaman. Trubin coughs it up at the blue line, now needs to skate it back in. She's able to do it. Couple of new players out for the Bulldogs on the second power play unit. Dopaida working it to the corner now for Lorai. Rips a shot on front, scores! Lorai, shot from the point, tipped through the 5-hole. Dogs strike on the power play. It's Eilina Dopaida.
We talked about it a little bit, and it's exactly what the start you needed for the Bulldogs, especially on the power play. As this puck gets to the point, and it's a great tip. We talked about a little bit, you need to have these pucks in front of the net, people in front of the net, and a way to get past Seaman is tipping the puck. That's exactly what they did. 5-hole, and Dogs are up 1-0 and get their first goal of the season.
It took them a full 60 minutes of regulation and just about 2.5 of overtime for them to find their first tally, but a great, smart shot from Zoe Lorai up at the right point and a beautiful backhand tip by Jocelyn Budanish. By Alina Dopaida. 14-15 left to go here in this first period. This will settle down and transition to the top. Pietrucha getting a rink-wide pass. Off for Anderson, holds on to the boards. Budanish down low, trying to center a feed in front. Hansen, her pass chopped up. Bounces over the stick of Lascelles. Reworked for Pietrucha. Hansen with a long drive in front and a backhand off the stick of Anderson gets blocked. Guided towards the front once more. Covered up and stopped. Seaman will hold on to it. 13:42 left to go here in the first.
Exactly. The Bulldogs are finally just getting their gear and looking like a full team. Exactly what you wanted. They did it all yesterday's game and going right back to it in this one as well.
This is worked around the boards. Avalone getting in deep for it. This plays up top. Lorai trying to keep it in, unable to do so. And Avalone getting the body work acclimated. Lorai trying to go to the middle for Courtney Ben. Pomerleau keeps it in and skims it around the boards. Caress down low, working and shielding is Ben. Takes down a player in the process. Lorai trying a 180, a shot on net from an awkward angle. Avalone tees it up, put into the feet, bouncing around. Nobody can hold on to it. And Avalone keeps the offensive pressure going. Courtney Ben to Pomerleau, top of the right circle. They put it off looking for another deflection. And moving it aside with the foot was Barnes. Another chance off the outside of the netting. Dogs dominating early. 1-0 the score. Brought to you by a power play goal. This will shake out and travel the length of the ice, as we'll get a stoppage in play and take the draw in the offensive zone for the Dogs.
Big thing with that icing is that all the Rouge players are absolutely gassed and they have to stay out on the ice, so this is a great opportunity for the Bulldogs to pounce here.
This will shake back to the top of the point, a hard wrist shot. Scampers wide. Reardon with a good keep in. That's a wrister go. That one off the target. In deep is Crockett. Has Dopaida in the middle. Roy now will have to backstep. Long drive from the neutral zone. Moved aside by Gilbert. Here's Reardon. On the right point, went to go and shoot, but it was canceled out by a nice stick check getting in the way. That was Jackson. This is played off the feet. Now to the top. Rouge looking to hem it into the zone. Ashton Morris goes down low. Crockett gains the center ice red line and lofts it in. Seaman out behind her net to stop it as it's tipped up. Simon getting some of the shaft on it. Trubin will have to collect deep in her own zone. Sends a blind backhand pass. Finds it to the stick of Pietrucha. Simon works it through the legs of Asha Hansen. Wolschlager. Off the boards, that was Hansen. Rouge looking to exit the zone. Stopped by the other Hansen and Annika Hansen. How often do you see two players with the same last name and the same number? Asha Hansen, number 24. Annika Hansen, number 24. hopefully that does not get too confusing.
Yeah, let's hope.
Only way to tell them apart, the difference in color on the sweater.
I think that's a pretty big difference. Hopefully that'll help you out there, Herms.
LaSalle sweeps it up the boards. It takes an awkward hop and bounces over the stick blade of Hansen. She'll go back to try and retrieve it. Tied up there. Bulldogs looking for a call. They're going to get one here. It's touched up, and this should be holding again against the Roos. And we'll send the Bulldogs back to the power play.
Ansel does a good job on trying to out-muscle Hansen, but gets there a little bit too early and causes some contact. And Bulldogs, who just scored on the power play, gets another one.
Like you said, Adrian College 1 for 1 on the power play today. Elena Dopaida, the goal from Zoe Lorai. Dopaida trying to work it for Wolfschlager. Her stick was held up, so she couldn't make the play. She'll spin around in front of the group in the corner. Digging it out is Dopaida. Not a lot of space for her to navigate around the offensive zone. Avalone in deep to support. Saucers up top to the blue. Here's Hansen at center. Goes back to go forward. Lorai walking in. They look for another deflection. Bouncing around. Oh, it was in the paint. And they scooped it out of the way. I don't know if Seaman got a piece of it or not. Has another chance in front. It was blocked. Well, I apologize. The penalty being announced as incidental head contact, not holding. 60 seconds left to go in the 5-on-4. Bulldogs working it around the zone. Wolfschlager in front. They tip it there. Another chance. Seaman stopped it. Off the post. It stayed out. They had a backhand opportunity, and some puck magic keeps SUNY Canton only down by 1. LaSalle plays it back for Trubin. Man, how close was that one to finding the back of the net?
Seaman with some amazing saves, and then just rings it right off the post of the wide open net as she was out of her crease.
Those are the times where you're working hard as this skitters towards the outside. Roy picks up along the outside hash mark, goes down low. They look for one. LaSalle's shot was blocked. Jackknifed by Johnson as it popped up in the air. 4 seconds left to go in the power play as it's soon to expire. This will go off the boards. Trying to settle was Ansdell. And this will be icing.
Bulldogs with some amazing chances in front of the net. The first one was denied by forward number 20, Snook, as she was just able to get that puck right out of the danger zone, and that last one just ringing off of the post. Kind of similar to what they had to deal with yesterday with just not getting the bounces, but luckily they're up 1-0 already.
So they can't convert on the second power play, so the special team unit 50% for the day. This will work down low as Simon, a back pass, has reared on the wing. Tries to feed her a dish. Picked up on her own balloon by Cameron Barnes. Dumps it in down low. Kaylee Simon there to touch up. Back towards the front. Simon looking to make a play. Here's a shot. Gilbert fought it off. She might have gotten a piece off the noggin.
Especially with only seeing 3 shots so far and all of them being not high dangerous at all. That one almost getting past her, aimed right towards her, just by her ears, and she shrugs it off with her shoulder, and as you said, maybe off her helmet as well.
This is Trubin. Sends it up the boards. Now for Lorai. Couple of nice moves. Her hard shot soaked up and in some pain was Cameron Barnes. Might have gotten it in the ankle of the boot. A hockey play for sure as a soft backhand scooped up off the ice by Seaman.
Yeah, she either got that one right in the ankle or possibly in between where the cover is for your foot and in between the shin guard as well. There's a soft little area there that defensemen can sometimes get hit by kneeling down like that. So that could also be a possibility.
This plays in the corner. Valaket trying to help get it out of the zone as Bailey Cody stopped and the doors open on the Canton bench. Bodies almost went flying. Got to be careful.
That's extremely dangerous too. Getting hit into an open door.
Luckily, it wasn't an open ice hit where you got sent through the door. That certainly could have been really bad. This is lofted all the way down the ice for icing. 6:11 left to go here in the first period. Dogs up by a score of 1-0. Eilina Dopaida on the power play. The redirection in front and the first goal of the season for the Dogs. Alex Herman and Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth at the Arrington Ice Arena. Happy to have you all join us here this afternoon. Lots of Bulldog hockey this weekend, starting earlier on Wednesday. Had men's Division I action against Indiana Tech. We saw the women's Division I team defeat Grand Valley State in overtime. On Thursday, yesterday, the women's NCAA team playing their first game of the season. We have this second one here now. Men's NCAA opens up their regular season against Utica University later this evening, so be sure to tune into that one. And 2 more games tomorrow. Game number 2 of that Utica series and men's Division III playing against the University of Michigan. How about that for a full weekend of Bulldog hockey?
Yeah, a lot of hockey, and that's just something you love. When everybody's in season here, and the Arrington Ice Arena always has something going on.
Anderson stopped on the boards as her efforts to try and get it out. LaSalle is going to get called here as she will be escorted to the box. Either cross-checking or body checking will be the decision.
She looked like she got both hands on the, yep. And it'll be a cross-check.
It'll be
sure.
a cross-check.
That's the smartest play, but either way, the Roos were not able to get any goals on the power play yesterday, also going 0 for 3 like the Bulldogs did. Either way, another opportunity for them to get back into this game.
So now a 5-on-4 opportunity for SUNY Canton as Pavlasova can't control it on her boards. Pomerleau trying to poke it out of a scrum. Roy with the dump in that was deflected, so it didn't get all the way down. Pomerleau's cage just opened up on her. She might have gotten hit in the face by a stick. You don't see that too often. Seems to be all right. Officials blowing the whistle to give her time to make repairs.
Just with her cage popping in, she has to get off the ice and go to the athletic trainer and get that thing fixed out.
O'Keefe with a small pass, getting to Ansdell. Long shot, that was blocked in front. Dogs clear it down. 30 seconds gone in the 5-on-4. Circling back is Pavlasova. Desiree Snook, her pass intercepted and cleared by the captain and Maya Roy. Maya Roy, her 5th season, a grad student here at Adrian College. Wearing the C this season for her squad. This is chopped away by Lorai. With speed working up the ice is Passwaters. Passwaters, D to D, tipped in front. Gilbert playing the deflection as she catches the fly ball out of midair. 40 seconds still left on the LaSalle penalty.
She made tracking that puck look extremely easy as she had 4 players right in front of her and that one was first tipped by the farthest one away, so being able to track that puck and catching that fly ball was just really good job by her.
This is sent all the way down. Now playing in the neutral zone. Simon is there to gather it. Pietrucha all the way down. Good kill for the Bulldogs so far, making life pretty difficult for the Roos to try and break out. Here's a shorthanded chance in front. The backhand. Second attempt goes wide. Good play by Allie Bickford to get back in time and cancel things out with the body. Final seconds of the penalty expiring as a shot guided aside by the blocker of Gilbert. LaSalle is out of the box. She will remain on the ice with Emma Simon. Broken stick on the play. That gets sent top to the blue. Wolschlager puts it over. A chance off the toe of Seaman. Avalone deep on the boards, puts a shot towards the net. Long drive once again, tipped in front, but no dice. Johnson working through traffic. Finds a passer in Roy, gets it right back. A snapper gets blocked, and it'll play out of the zone. Roy will have to restart. Scanning her pass is too far and doesn't touch with any sticks, so this will be icing with 2:04 left to go in the first.
What Roy was trying to do there is catch the Roos in a change as both defensemen went off there and trying to hit that far player, but unfortunately not able to get that, and now an icing was called.
Desiree Snook wins the faceoff back. Pushed off the circle and then forwarded back down low. Vertical pass. Gets all the way up in front of Wolschlager, but look at the speed to wave that icing off. Good hard forecheck by Wolschlager to get there in time. This puck sent all the way down. No icing as Roy goes glassing out. Met on the boards by Carokia. Cody, her shot off the target, plays on the boards, worked around, nearing 60 seconds left in the first. Shot by Ansdell is easily blocked. Barnes. There's a teed up shot by Panko. Trubin to Ben. Feeds it rink wide for Anderson. She's got a couple of steps. Looking for a shot. She slides it through the crease. Nobody there. Pietrucha knocks it down. Her wrist shot diagonally off target. Courtney Ben. Arm up on the play. I think there's going to be a penalty called against Adrian. And it looks like Courtney Ben is being escorted to the box. Maybe high sticking?
Yeah, I think a little roughing. It was, we obviously didn't see it because we were paying attention to where the puck was, but it was behind the play. I'm guessing it was a fight for the front of the net, and Ben probably just caught one of the Roos a little bit too high, and now they're back on the PK.
Pavlasova off to the right point. Pietrucha, a swipe with the stick. Bouncing off the handle of Hansen. This will play out. Here's a last-second chance. Lowry shorthanded in, and a great save by Seaman. She covers it up. Plays loose. 1 second to go, and time will expire. What a stop. Abby Seaman with no time left on the clock had a speeding Zoe Lowry sent her way, and she denied her on the breakaway. But end of the first period, Dogs will skate into the second frame up by 1 goal. Only saw 1 goal yesterday, and it took us all the way to overtime to find it. But early on the power play, Eilina Dopaida from Zoe Lowry, a great redirection in front. And the Bulldogs hold on to their lead.
Yeah, one thing that I want to mention they're doing a great job of right now is their forecheck. Not only in 5-on-5, but also on the PK as well. They're just taking away time and space and just creating opportunities in front of the net because of the turnovers.
20 minutes gone in this regulation game. Game number 2 of this weekend series between SUNY Canton and Adrian College. Alex Herman and Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth. Bulldogs will start the second period off on the penalty kill for 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1-0 the score. Don't go anywhere. Second period action coming up. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is @AdrianCollegeTV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrived today, and never replicated after you graduate.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You have earned the right to be here through endless nights of studying, testing, writing, and dedication to learning. The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences, and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Now, as you face the world outside this academic haven, the concept of courage must not be left behind in your textbooks. It should be as alive in you today as your ambition to change the world for the better.
We were all born to be a Bulldog. Life drew us to this school, these people, and this tiny town. You were meant to be here to make a difference and to grow within yourself for the better. But what does it mean to truly be a Bulldog? Well, to scratch the surface, the students of Adrian College are anything but ordinary. The pride, grit, perseverance, and passion is absolutely unmatched. Good luck and congratulations, class of 2024. And know that today is yet another Bulldog victory.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today. Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13 to 1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena. Second period about to be underway between the SUNY Canton Roos and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Alex Herman and Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth. Happy to have you all rejoin us here on a beautiful Saturday, November afternoon. Weather finally starting to drop below 50 degrees, but blue skies outside, can't ask for much more. Bulldogs will start this period on the penalty kill for 1 minute and 36 seconds. As play resumes at center ice, we continue on. Back behind the zone, on top of the blue line. There's a good shifting move as working around was Passwaters. So we'll go in between the slot, carrying over the blue line and all the way down. In the slot, holding on top of the blue line. Bulldogs look to steal it. Lalonde crosses over the blue line. She'll work it in down deep. Spinning up the right wall. Pavlasova gets it on down low, back to Lalonde. Pavlasova, D-to-D pass. There's a shot from the point. Gilbert with the pad stop, and it stayed out. Bulldogs clear it.
That puck kind of stayed right where it placed with a little bit of water still left on the ice. And it kind of was weird for a second, but Bulldogs still able to clear that one out.
They lift it all the way down. And this is stopped for a high sticking call.
I don't know who exactly it was, but when that puck was flipped out, one of the Roos tried to whack it out in midair over their head and barely tipped it, which causes a defensive zone draw for them, which you never want to do while on the power play.
12 shots in the first period for the Bulldogs. Interesting to look at some of the shot mapping that we get for live stats up here in the booth. 9 out of 11 shooting attempts coming from in front of the net. below the hash marks, and 9 of them being stopped. So a lot of shots coming within the house, and that certainly should be the message for the Roos, I think, going forward in this game. Just try and defend those close chances, as there's 2, and another one slips through a couple of bodies and doesn't go. A flurry sent the way of Abby Seaman. And just as we're talking about it, you see a prime example.
Yeah, most of them coming from rebounds, as Seaman does a great job stopping the first and a couple more, but those rebounds are there, and the Bulldogs just not able to capitalize them so far in this game.
This is sent all the way down. Avalone off to the boards to Pietrucha. Ben with a good pass. Here's Lorai on net, too high over the crossbar, and it didn't go. She'll get to the rebound and try and redistribute in front. Poked away by a swiping Pavlasova. Tied up by the blocker on the posts as Seaman will gain the whistle.
So another example on those shots coming just below the hash marks is the Bulldogs like to work it down low and then try to find that F3 just right in the middle of the slot area. And it's been working for them a lot. They're getting a lot of opportunities there, but as you said, just can't find the back of the net in that area.
Wolfschlager couldn't get her shot to go. Roy will play it back from Truven. Some crafty passings. This will settle in deep. Lifted all the way out, trying to glove it down. That was Carocchio. Moved up the boards. Trubin will stop it. This puck backhanded into the bench area of the Bulldogs and will take the face-off in neutral ice.
And I've noticed from the Roos so far is on their forecheck, they're only sending 1. And it's allowing Adrian's defense to bring 2 to the puck, and only 1 doesn't work when you have 2 Bulldogs going in and 1 just gets canceled out and the other one gets the puck and goes the other way. So if they want any type of offensive zone pressure, they're going to have to figure out a way to send more into that forecheck to get more pressure to these defensemen.
Hansen looking for a point drive. Seaman got the blocker on it. It is sent into the corner. Udanish tied up. Hansen, a hard pass off to the opposite point, and a great save by Seaman as she watched it through traffic.
She had a couple of players go right past her in her eyes as that puck was coming, so very hard for a goaltender to try to avoid that and trying to see the puck, and she's able to do that and glove it down.
Roos tip it off the face-off circle. Carmen Anderson couldn't hold on to it. Udanish right there, taken away by LaSalle. Shielding with one hand, put up the wall. Anderson waits for it, and it's sent out. Here come the Roos. Shooting attempt was blocked before it even came close to the net, but SUNY Canton able to keep it in. Pietrucha with a quick step to Anderson. Anderson goes to the middle. Bumped off the puck was LaSalle. They work it back to the point. Hansen with some space. Puts it on. Blocker down on the ice with Seaman. Anderson, a shifty move to the front. They put it off the backhand. Diving out to try and get on top of it was Seaman, but they took it away from her. O'Keefe lifts one as it floats on edge. Avalone cutting it up, looking to get it up for Reardon. Avalone and Reardon, 2 of our ACTV employees when they're not spending time with their own team. So shout out to our lovely ACTV staff. And Seaman will put the glove on top of it and cover up for the whistle.
Bulldogs going back to how they scored the goal with trying to get tips in front of the net. They're working this puck low to high every single time and having the defenseman shoot it with 3 Lady Dogs in front of the net trying to tip it past Seaman.
Fed back to the right point. Sent in down low. Avalone will have to race back, picking up the speed to get it. Avalone off the wall. So sent back the other way. No icing there. Trying to break it up. That was Hubenschmidt. With the step is Valaket. Puck will be sent back the other way. Back and forth they go. Ben trying to poke it off the boards. Made some contact in front of the bench area. Official in the way for a second. Ben with a quick shot as the toe drag release, high and wide. Gathering her own rebound, trying to send it in back low. Trubin on her own blue line. A one-touch pass intended for Simon was off the stick. And now a pickup from Lori. Scores! Zoe Lori, her second point of the night. 2-0 with 13:31 left to go in the second.
You can tell the locker room said just put pucks on net. And as this puck goes to Lori, she's going to do exactly that. And looks like Seaman just was not able to see this puck fully, and it kind of surprises her. And it goes right under her pad and into the net, and the Bulldogs are up by 2.
You know, it was interesting, too, because it looked like it had gotten right under the pad, and she had gotten a small piece of it because the speed on the shot slowed down just a little bit. It was crossing over the goal line, but nonetheless, it was not fully stopped. It found the back of the net. The Bulldogs double their lead. Wolschlager gets a slash on the twig. 13:10 left to go here in the second period. Trubin with a shot from the point, and grabbing it is Seaman.
Yeah, exactly right. That shot was powerful enough just to get squeak underneath the pad. And it's probably one that Seaman's going to want back, but he's played so great these past 2 days. I mean, I wonder if it might be a little bit of fatigue involved too.
Quick shot off the draw. Doesn't draw any blood. Last season, Zoe Lori, 6 goals and 18 assists for 24 points in 27 games. Somebody had hit play on the music button in the booth.
Not often you hear Fiend be played right in the middle of a play.
I didn't know if I could say it or not, but Gilbert stopping the icing call. Fresh off the bench. Looking for a pass was LaSalle. Here's Anderson with the step in there, offsides.
Johnson didn't realize that they hadn't entered the zone yet, and she went off for a change, and she went through the door that's on the other side of the blue line, and that's what caused that offsides.
I didn't see that. I just saw the 2 players that were before the blue line, so I was confused for a second. So thank you for clarifying that. I'm happy that I did not insult any of the officials. Otherwise, I would have looked like a fool. Clearly, the right call was made.
She just thought that puck was already in zone, and since there was a little bit of a turnover before in that gray area, but nonetheless, defensive zone draw for the Bulldogs.
They steal it off the draw. LaSalle fights off pressure. Anderson to the left wing, working on net, and she couldn't get the handle on the stick handling move. Ran out of space and time as a left-handed shot.
And Seaman with a great poke there to make sure that cross crease move couldn't have any substance to it.
Work to the right blue line. There's a long slap shot that had some arc on it. No contact in front. LaSalle will chase this down, going one-on-one with Hansen. Played behind the net. Work to the right side corner. Popping up. Glass plays it down. Now back the other way, gloving it out of midair. That was LaSalle. Good fight along the boards as here's a chance for Anderson in front. Her backhand stopped by Seaman.
Bulldogs trying to go 5-hole here. That's how they've been able to score the past 2 goals. Anderson in great representation of that one. She collects on her forehand for a split second and then fires the backhand on net, and Seaman with a great save.
Dopida's draw stolen away from her. Reared onto the middle, a nice move. Her shot, not enough muscle to get it to the net. Avalone working towards center. Stripped away from her, as now to it is Dopida. Avalone with a long shot in front, blocked by a body. Everybody's tumbling everywhere, recovered by Reardon. Now to Avalone once again. They put a point drive off a skate. Good pressure from Avalone to keep this going, but it shakes out of the zone. Pomerleau leaves a quick pass. Caressed by Crockett. On net, blockered away by Seaman. Angled into the boards, lifted out. Avalone with some trouble holding on to it for a second. Spins it all the way up. A great pass to Reardon. Dopida in on net. Sticked away by Seaman as it bounced off the end glass. Trubin steps up off the blue. Looking for a shot there. Nothing going. Ben ties up. O'Keefe. All for Roy. Roy to Ben. And they'll start to break out once again. Here's Courtney Ben with a nice move. Lots of speed. Breaking towards the front. And getting in the way is Abby Seaman.
It's been all Bulldogs here. It seems like they've just been in the offensive zone this whole entire period. It's working low to high and getting shots on net. Seaman doing well so far, only 2 goals in on 22 shots.
Certainly a better effort from yesterday. We know that the Bulldogs had a strong game, but they couldn't come up with the result that they were looking for. But now a 2-goal lead in this one. Ben one-on-one in the corner. Eubenschmidt tipped it away from her own teammate in Lorai. Sent to the wall, Trubin. Stick goes flying in midair. Lalonde will go and recover the lumber. Ben trying to find the front. Here's a chance off the outside of the netting. Had a great angle, but the wrong side of the twine. Maya Roy off the glass. Touched up by Carocchio and put up into the netting. We'll stop with 8:32 left to go here in the second period. Alex Herman and Tyler Ackerman right here from the Arrington Ice Arena. Saturday afternoon hockey. Opening regular season weekend for the Adrian College women's NCAA team. Trying to figure out a way to take their strong season from last year and turn it into something more. LaSalle with a fantastic move. Scores! Tia LaSalle, how about that one?
She has grit, Herms. Able to outwork the Rue defender to get that puck. As we'll catch the replay here. And she seems beat, and then all of a sudden a burst of speed. And it's a beautiful move to find the 5-hole. The Bulldogs comfortably up 3.
As we were talking about strong efforts from last season, we get a fantastic goal from Tia LaSalle, and I I have to mention I like the choice of goal song for this season. New Level by A$AP Ferg, talking about elevating your game and working your way up to bigger and better things. And right on cue, New Level, it's 3-0 with 7:54 left to go in the second. This is lifted in by the stick of Allie Bickford. Off the wall and down. Hansen for Pietrucha drops it off. Hansen will have to go back to get it. Anderson works it through, a great backhand pass as she was turned the opposite way. O'Keefe working in. Gilbert with the glove save. Watch that one all the way into the webbing.
As a goaltender, I would assume it'd be pretty hard as you don't get a lot of shots on and kind of all offensive zone pressure from the Bulldogs, and a good placement on that shot kind of has to wake you up a little bit to make sure you're staying in this game.
Bulldogs look to lift it out of the zone and transition back to offense. Worked off the boards and back down low. Here's Simon cutting to the middle, backhand. Nobody there to collect. Right side point, deep is Pomerleau. Avalone catches the pass and gives it right back. Pomerleau down low, now the front, a backhander off the outside of the cage. Shot in front, gets blocked. Looking to skate out with it. This is Joey Schumanauer. Avalone has it. Goes off the glass and down. Crockett getting through to Simon. Here's a 2-on-1 chance, but they overskated it. Kyla Small would have had a great opportunity. Pass Waters at the far side dot. Now Delpida. Crockett working it off the boards for Reardon as she's taken down. Trying to glove it with Small. Playing catch or the Bulldog defense. No icing on the play, so speeding there is Reardon to get in the way and break things up. Roy tees up a slap shot, blocked as Ansdell stepped in the way. Roy again with a hefty one, another shot block by Riley Ansdell. Arm up on the play, delayed against SUNY Canton. Gilbert will make the long trek back to the bench. She reaches it in time. Extra attacker, 6-on-5. Delpida to the middle. Lori, a hard shot. Blocked in the butterfly by Seaman. And the Roos touch up, but they'll be headed back to the penalty kill for the next 2 minutes. 4:54 remaining in the second period.
Interference call. It's close to the glass where we can't really see what's going on. They're up in the booth, so we don't know exactly what happened, but nonetheless, Adrian, another opportunity here to extend their lead on the power play.
Lori wins the faceoff back for Hansen. She'll pick it up on the outside hash mark. Waiting for the right time to strike. That first shot was blocked. Looking to hold on to it on the board. Made some contact as helping her out there is Hansen. Looked to play it out of midair. Roos clear it off the boards. And Bulldogs never touched up, but there was intent there, so they'll blow it dead for offsides.
Hansen tried to keep that puck in and almost did. Smacked it out midair, but the linesman said it was just barely outside the blue. And neutral zone draw on the power play incoming.
Neutral zone draw here with 1:39 on the power play. Work to the top. Here's some good speed from Roy. LaSalle sets the pick. Roy waiting. Dishes to Trubin. They try and tip it in front. Holding there. There was a rebound. Roy back to the top. And it's cleared all the way down by Desiree Snook. Gilbert out of her crease, puts this up the wall. LaSalle looking to catch a pass, taken away from her before she could meet it. Budanish angles her player. Roy with a good distribution for Johnson. On the backhand, trying to sneak one off the bar and in. This is broken up and sent over the blue line. Bulldogs will have to skate back to re-enter the zone. Zopida to Trubin. Slap shot from Roy. Put too high. Lorai up top. Trubin back to Lorai. Off to the wing for Roy. They put it over. And skating in with speed. There's a good 360 from Trubin. Zopida to LaSalle. Tied up along the boards. LaSalle waiting for it. 5 seconds left to go in the 5-on-4. Zopida's shot bounces high. Carries over the top of the cage. Here's Lorai once again. Out of the box is Tate. Trubin and Roy make changes. They score! Again, a shot from the point. Tipped in front. Traffic making life difficult for Abby Seaman. It's 4-0 Dogs.
It's going to be deja vu from the first goal.
Was it Lorai again?
It was Zopida tipping it from Lorai.
How about that?
So just like the first goal, the Dogs able to find a tip in front of the net to get past Seaman. And 4-0 is the score here with 2:40 left in the second.
And the part that makes this interesting is Zoe Lorai is not a defenseman. She's a forward. So for her to be up at the point like that is unusual, despite it being the first one was on a power play, so she plays that right flank at the blue line.
And that second one was because both defensemen changed, so she had to cover just slightly.
Right time, right place. Here's Canton looking to get one back. They shelf it high. Around the boards, Simon looking to get out. Shot pass from the blue line. Here's a lead looking for Simon, but not enough to get it to her. Hansen to Wolschlager. Crosses over the blue onside. A good back check from O'Keefe. Ansel dumps it in. Gilbert off to plate and a good pull-up from Avalone. Skating is Crockett. A floating pass. Looked like it was going to be icing at first, but not going on that play. Just floated through. Ben trying to play it down. Lalonde working around the zone. Doing it all herself. Has options up at the top. Hansen trying to find a lane. Back to Lalonde. A nice toe drag. Now to the slot. She gets pressured hard by Lorai and forced off of it as it's gloved and kept in. Now to the top of the circle. Bouncing off a skate. Avalone. A fast pass up the wing for Ben. Here goes Courtney Ben down Main Street. Her shot stopped and covered. She was looking for a call, and I don't disagree with her. She was shooting and kind of got tripped up and slashed at the same time.
I think she got a stick right in her hands as she was about to shoot that puck, but up 4, usually the referees are not going to give you much.
Tie up on the circle as Trubin comes in to interfere. Roy, 15 seconds left. She looked for a redirection in front by, you guessed it, Eilina Dopaida. She's been all over the ice and clearly a dangerous area to have her in front of the net. 2 seconds to go. One last shot in the slot, escorted to the side. And a massive lead change here for the Bulldogs. Skated into the second frame, up 1-0. And they added 3 onto that scoring column. We go to the third period. Dogs up over the SUNY Canton Roos, 4-0. And 2 goals for Eilina Dopaida.
Yeah, this is the dominant Dogs that we expected to come into this season. Just maybe took them a game to find what worked against this Roos team. And they are cooking right now.
Eilina Dopaida with 2 goals. Tia LaSalle with a goal. Zoe Lorai with a goal. So that must be 3 points on the night for Lorai. A goal and 2 assists. And that's a well-rounded, solid effort here from the Arrington Ice Arena. 40 minutes gone, 20 still left to play here from the AIA. Alex Herman and Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth. We'll be back in just a few short moments. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is @Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrived today and never replicated after you graduate.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You have earned the right to be here through endless nights of studying, testing, writing, and dedication to learning. The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences, and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Now, as you face the world outside this academic haven, the concept of courage must not be left behind in your textbooks. It should be as alive in you today as your ambition to change the world for the better.
We were all born to be a Bulldog. Life drew us to this school, these people, and this tiny town. You were meant to be here to make a difference and to grow within yourself for the better. But what does it mean to truly be a Bulldog? Well, to scratch the surface, the students of Adrian College are anything but ordinary. The pride, grit, perseverance, and passion is absolutely unmatched. Good luck and congratulations, class of 2024. And know that today is yet another Bulldog victory.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today. Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back inside Arrington Ice Arena. Third period in regulation about to be underway. The SUNY Canton Roos and the Adrian College Bulldogs. Alex Herman and Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth. Happy to have you all rejoin us from wherever you may be watching this afternoon. 4-0 the score for those of you just tuning in now. We'll gather at center. Play has resumed. And we have third period hockey. A 3-goal explosion for the ladies wearing the white, black, and yellow in the second frame of this one. And multi-point nights for a couple of players. Elena Dopida with 2 goals. Zoe Lorai, a goal and an assist. There's a shot from the point, that redirected wide. Roy gets a D pass now to the point. This whistles off the net. Trubin coughed it up behind the net as it takes a bounce off the apron. Trubin holding on. Roy goes off the glass and down. Gets a nice feed off for Crockett. And she'll dump it in to make changes. Off the boards and down. Back towards her blue line is Hansen. Works it up for Johnson. Riley Johnson, a nice feed. Up the wall to Pietrucha. In the corner now to the middle. Johnson trying to find a way to hold on to it. Now Hansen deep at the point. They backhand it towards the front of the net. And it's chopped out of harm's way. Emma Simon to Riley Johnson. They work it around the zone, and this will split split the D pairing, and he sent all the way back. 28-8, our shot total at the moment, with 17:45 left to go here in the third period. A lot of those grade A chances coming from within the house, as we can see on our shot chart.
Seems kind of more of a chill and low-key start here, Herms. A few just misplays and a couple of turnovers by the Bulldogs. I mean, you're up by 4.
No reason to overcomplicate the game when you have such a strong lead. And oh man, there's a hard hit. Don't know if it was intentional or not, but Jane Panko is going to get called here. She ran straight through Jocelyn Hudanish.
The Bulldogs an opportunity here to put another one on the board and get their power play back to being strong.
Roy paired with Trubin up at the blue line. Hudanish, Lascelles, and Johnson as a quick shot off the draw, stopped by Seaman.
And Trubin's able to walk in there, get a clean look, and finds the chest of Seaman. And now a draw on the other side.
Johnson looks to win the draw back again. It's played in between her feet. Now back towards the dot, and the Roos are able to clear it down. Schumanauer with that clearance. Trubin feeds a nice pass for Johnson. She'll skate it in deep into the offensive zone. Skates it around, leaves a soft one for Trubin. And Roy gave it right back. Here's Johnson, open, shelves it high. Trubin to Roy. Roy back to Trubin, opens up, down low. They shovel it in front, in the slot, put on net, another chance. Guided aside, great stop by Seaman. Johnson goes back underneath the red line. Here's her shot, shouldered away. Seaman got control of it. Another chance off the pad, diving out is Seaman. They try and wrap it around. It's open and doesn't go. Now to the slot. Roy puts that one on. It's redirected wide. Couple of great chances for the Bulldogs.
Looks familiar to the last power play, Herms.
Swarm the front of the net and try and pick up loose pucks. Has been the MO so far. Lascelles with 30 seconds left. Roy with a long floater. They score! Tipped in front. I believe it was Catherine Trubin who got some of the twig on it. And the Bulldogs get another power play goal.
Another one coming from the point here as this puck works around. And it goes up to Roy, and she's going to fire it. And Trubin with a great tip that just squeaks by Seaman. And 5-0 is the score here, almost 5 minutes into the third period.
I have never seen so many shots from the point be perfectly deflected in one game. But the Bulldogs, an offensive, defensive display of skill. Or is
really
it the other way around, really? Defensive, offensive skill, as this is in the slot again.
I mean, it shows the skill level, too, of these Lady Dogs being able to have that type of hand-to-eye coordination to tip these pucks.
And those are not easy shots to tip either. It's one thing to just stand in front of the net during practice and try and tip pucks out of midair. It's another thing to do it with motion, also in a game where there's legitimate pressure.
Yeah, you got someone just hounding on you the whole entire time. It's hard just to get your stick up and available to tip that puck.
Dopaida puts one on after a good pass from Reardon. And eaten by the chest is Seaman.
Especially with that last one by Trubin. That was kind of more closer to her body, which is actually extremely difficult to tip, as you're more likely to tip the puck when it's outside and you can get a full eye and hand-eye coordination onto it. But that one closer to her body and able to use a shaft of her stick to tip it into the net.
So that goal, Catherine Trubin assisted by Maya Roy and Tia Lascelle, another point on the night for her. There's a chance for the Roos. They put one off the blocker of Gilbert. Easily stopped by her. Put the rebound right back up the middle. Don't think she got the blocker face entirely square the way maybe she wanted to, but a chance in front. They slide it through. Cody trying to bank it home.
A great opportunity for the Roos that we haven't seen much this whole entire game. That's been their best chance of the night. Unfortunately, just missed the net there.
Here's a shot from the top of the circle. Tipped up into the netting. Kaylee Simon, the freshman with that attempt from West Bloomfield, Michigan. Played her hockey with the Pittsburgh Pens Elite before making her way to Adrian College. And we've seen her a lot, getting heavy minutes. Chad Davis seeing something in her to put her out on the ice quite as frequently as a freshman. Years past, you'd see some of the freshmen really have to work their way into the lineup and earn their minutes, but Simon, one of those players we've seen quite a lot here today. This is redirected towards the corner and put down low. There's an arm up on the play. It's going to go against the Bulldogs unintentionally. There was a trip on the play. And Jocelyn Hudanish, 2 minutes for tripping.
See what this Roos power play can get going for themselves. Haven't been much with the Hemming forecheck from this PK unit from the Bulldogs, just taking away time and space from them.
Dogs look to clear it out. They do. Anderson off to the races. Picks up speed. Good back check and hustle by Anderson as she lost her twig. O'Keefe looks backhand. Doesn't release it. Has to put it up to the point. Pavlasova catching that pass behind her body, so she'll have to backstep. Roos are offsides on that play. We'll take a stoppage. 12:56 left to go here in the third period. A power play goal, the fifth tally of the afternoon for the Adrian College Bulldogs. Alex Herman and Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth. Happy to have you all join us here on this Sunday on ACTV. Be sure to tune in later this evening. Still more Bulldog hockey coverage to go. Men's NCAA Division III team in an opening series with rival Utica University. Always the first game of the season scheduled for both of those teams. Last year played in Utica. Year before that here from the Arrington Ice Arena. So they flip-flop locations, just like the exhibition series played with the national development team. As that pass-off pad gobbled up by Gilbert. She'll hold it on the post.
Smart for her to hold on to that puck so PK unit can get a change here and get some fresh bodies out there.
They swipe it off the dot. Bulldogs look to clear. They do it. This will find its way to Reardon, but a little bit too far ahead of her. Skating back is Bickford, forced to make a pass, gets to Pavlasova. Quickly for Panko. That'll cross over the center ice red line, no icing. Maya Roy with a spin move. And another one again, a half spin there, as this clears all the way down. Udanish allowed to exit the box. We're back to even strength. Roy works it back. Head up, gets this to Lorai. Lorai with a shot in front, looking to have Udanish put it the other way. Fed to the point, and Roy. Trubin lets it go off the back glass. Lorai will keep this going as the Roos look to clear it, and it's deflected into the bench area. 10:56 left to go here in the third period. Adrian College Bulldogs and the SUNY Canton Roos. So we'll play back as Anderson and Dopida got tied up on the circle. Lalone. Shifting into gear, this is Anderson. Skates from her own end all the way down, trying to go coast to coast, and her backhand just slipped off the blade. Anderson again, right to it. Put it to the middle, deflected on the backhand. Patted aside by Seaman. Another chance from the point. Swagging the leather, that's Seaman.
Bulldogs doing a great job there, especially Anderson just hounding pressure and using their speed to their advantage and getting the pucks back up to the point to try to tip pucks again, as what they've been doing all game so far.
Anderson going for another drive. Her shot blockered away. She's had a lot of seconds on puck possession here on her extended shift. Dopida to LaSalle. Gives it off for Pietrucha. Pietrucha in the backhand. This is dumped in on net, stopped promptly by the stick blade of Seaman.
It's like the Roos are just trying to get anything going for them. They've been stuck in their D zone for a while now, just trying to flip pucks out, trying to get any type of possible break for them, as they're down by 5 in this one.
Underneath the red line, that's Valaket. Makes a couple of nice moves. That cartwheels off her stick blade as Johnson got in the way. Going to it is Schumanauer. Out of the top of the circle, good pass from Tate. Dogs able to keep it in. Pomerleau to Avalone, now Johnson. Off the dasher and deep into the zone. Canton having some difficulty just trying to set up the breakout.
And the Dogs are doing great, just taking away time and space from them and cutting down angles for them, just trying to clear the puck and creating a lot of turnovers.
Lorai was taken out. This will draw a call. And the arm up on the play. We'll see what the decision is. It's a hooking call. And the Bulldogs back to the power play. They're 2 for 4 today, so 50%, which is certainly a solid number.
Back of that, 2 tip goals too from those power play goals. So if anything like the past couple of power plays, they'll have plays in front of the net and also shots from the point.
First Adrian power play goal in the first period. Elena Dopida with the tip in front by Lorai. And the second one here in the third period. Catherine Trubin from Maya Roy and Tia LaSalle. So Dogs back out 5-on-4 once again here in this game. So he spun around. Roy couldn't control it on the blue line. Has some good pressure there. Gilbert has to force it up the wall.
That's going to get an interference call.
Yeah, that is interference.
That puck just kind of got away from her, and she was shielding off the roof forward on the attack. And the far ref decided it was worthy of calling 2-minute penalty on her. And now we're going to play 4-on-4 for the next 133.
Work it back, and 4-on-4 play. Parocchio trying to settle it on the boards. Lorai lost her footing. This is spun around the other way. Hansen to Pietruccia. Tied up on the blue line. There's Lorai. Working around. So Lorai trying to stop it. And a good move from Hansen towards the net. Puts it on. Shouldered away by Seaman. Here's a skate from Bickford. Dumps it in. And Gilbert playing it behind her cage. Hansen spins back. 6:30 left to go here in the third period. 5-0 to score in favor of the Bulldogs. A lot different of a result from yesterday's game that ended 1-0 in overtime. First game of the season for this new team, and didn't start the way that they wanted to, but rejuvenated and re-energized very clearly here today. This is Anderson going back to Roy. Roy for Trubin. All the way down the boards as that kills off the final seconds of the penalty. We're back to even strength hockey.
And Bulldogs in full control that whole entire PK. Is moving the puck around, not letting any of the Roos touch it.
Pavlasova gets a good pass to Snook as she chops up Johnson. Trying to angle her into the boards. Trubin to Anderson looking for Simon up ice. This bounces around and settles for Wolschlager. Her backhand fought off. Good save by Seaman. Crockett to Roy, now Trubin. Her pass intercepted for a moment. Now it's Maya Roy with a feed to Wolschlager. She'll race back in. As Simon in the middle, fanned on her wrist shot. Under 5 minutes left to go in this one. Small with a feed to Morris in the middle. And a steal by Sidney Crockett. Crockett skating to the right wing. Now we'll go back to the bench to change. Going up and over, that was Courtney Ben. Here's some speed. Short shot there. Easy stop for Annie Gilbert. Another drive goes high and wide. Not a lot of maintained possession on both of these sides as we get into the late stages of this game.
And kind of playing this hot potato here.
Finally, this is picked up by Lalonde. She rips a shot on, and launching it all the way into the glove once again is Annie Gilbert.
Yeah, Gilbert's been sharp so far, only seen 13 shots, which the puck being on the other side of the ice most of this game, it's hard as a goaltender to keep your mind right, and she's done well so far in that and keeping sharp to make sure nothing squeaks by her.
Tied up on the boards, plays to the point. Here's a long drive, tipped out of midair. Looked like it could have maybe been a high stick, but the official letting it go towards the end of this one. Maya Roy up the boards for Anderson. Now to the middle, Lascelles spinning it as it's still loose. They try and go for the wraparound, played into the slot and covered up by Seaman.
Even though 5 goals have been scored, I think Seaman's just been playing great. I mean, seeing 42 shots yesterday and now 41 so far today, she's got to be tired as she's bent over right now trying to catch her breath. So she's done well, and her team kind of has left her out to dry in a way, and anything that she can do is just sit there and play as best she can for the last 2:30.
80 some odd shots in 2 games in under 24 hours is a lot for anybody. And Abby Seaman has been shining through both of these 2 games.
Especially with the quality of chances too, all being in the slot.
No easy feat for any netminder, but she's been getting the job done. Less than 2 minutes to go. Gilbert out of her crease to play it on the backhand. A good heads-up play from the junior goaltender. Annika Hansen skates it up. Rims it in low. Panko. This is dumped in as Hansen will collect. Plays the puck on edge and sends a bounce pass for Pietrucha. Nearing the 1 minute marker. Left to go here in the third. Bulldogs were offsides. Ben pulled up just in time. Down in the middle of the ice. Here's a shot, fought off. Johnson diving out, makes a great save. Was on top of a Bulldog player as they blow the whistle dead. 35.7 seconds left to go in this one.
Trubin was slid into Seaman, and somehow that puck stayed out. I think True was tripped up by a Rue defender, but the draw comes outside for the last 35 seconds of this hockey game.
This is dumped in at center. O'Keefe with a takedown on Trubin and giving her some words as she skated by. fast couple of seconds to end out this game. Anderson looking to send one. This is fed rink wide as Trubin with some skates gets a cross check in the back. Bulldogs with delayed offsides. 4 seconds left to go in this one. And that will do it. The Bulldogs shut out the SUNY Canton Roos 5-0 and split their regular season opening weekend at the AIA. Annie Gilbert with her 8th shutout on her collegiate career.
She did great in net. Herms, 13 shots, but stayed sharp throughout it. This is the Bulldog team that we expected to see at the beginning of the season, and they take control and dominate this game in fashion.
The handshake line up at center ice will close things out. Abby Seaman played great yesterday, played fantastic again today. And the Dogs get a win on the weekend to close out their Saturday afternoon. More Bulldog hockey still to come here tonight. Men's NCAA Division III team opening up their regular season weekend with the Utica University Pioneers. Myself, Alex Herman, and Tyler Ackerman will be on the call for that one, so be sure to tune in here tonight for Puck Drop. But from all of us up here in the booth, thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. You've been watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated.